almost 3 minutes before we go up.
How about New Year's resolutions? I'm gonna put it on you. I
Sure.
Good morning. And welcome to, what are we called?
All real estate some of the time. You know what? I reminded her before we even started. I said,
did.
just so you know, this is our new name.
She
no
did.
talk of
Alright.
sus.
And I
No talk of mimosas.
ruined it.
Sus?
Sorry.
We're done.
Happy
New Year!
That's all I have to say. Happy New Year. So we
You see I have a middle part in here? Look, I spent all this time, and I have a middle part. And you know, it comes from a top angle, so I didn't notice my middle part.
So you looked at the camera and
Until I
go, oh my goodness.
I'm sorry
It
for
doesn't
my
look
middle
like
part.
a middle part to me.
What did it look like to you?
I don't know. It looked like it was a little bit on the side. Like a middle part, like just seemed like it's like straight.
Like
and
Jordan's.
Like straight, yeah, like Jordan's. I mean, Jordan's like.
Is this better?
Yeah, like that. That's what a middle part looks like. Yeah,
She won't part it on the side. I tried to tell her.
definitely. I know. I tried to tell her too. She wouldn't unless she doesn't listen. Her daughter doesn't listen.
She's
to us.
14.
Anyway,
She's getting more girly.
She's 15.
It's
How old is she?
ex-
15.
She's 15. She's about to get her permit
Oh, I know. I gotta make
this month, right?
Now I gotta get. Well, if I can get an appointment for her. Till COVID.
I'm afraid.
I'm afraid because her and Jenna are teaching. Or
Yeah.
Jenna and Chuck.
No. No.
I'm just afraid that another 15-year-old's I'm gonna be on the roads. Yeah. So happy New Year to everybody. Any New Year's resolutions?
Yes.
What?
To lose the 20
Oh my
pounds.
God.
20 pounds that I gained. I tried on all my clothes and I have like 2 jeans that fit. So that means back to the grind.
Is that
so.
is that a New Year's resolution or is that like an every day,
It's
every
every
week,
day.
every month?
No, because I was eating for the last 2 weeks like a skinny person that doesn't gain weight, but I'm not one of those people.
Nani, aren't you the one who hit somebody?
So-
Did you hit a person when you were driving? I don't think anyone's
She
volunteering
did.
you
Remember
either.
Nanny hit a motorcyclist?
Yeah.
Remember that?
But that was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago. Hopefully she's improved.
But she did teach us.
She
You?
did. I know, and I don't know what happened to you.
Whatever.
She clearly her driving. That's
Nah,
okay.
whatever. I'm fine. I don't gotta have any accidents.
Yeah. So anyway, that's your New Year's resolution. That literally is like my everyday resolution. Today,
Well, I know, but can
is
you fit in your clothes?
Today,
You can still fit in your
all
pants.
I've been in is soccer
I
clothes
know,
and
so,
really
yeah.
The most disappointing thing is when you've had a long break and all you've been wearing is like athletic clothes,
And you feel
and then
good
you have
about it?
somewhere nice. You're like, oh, but you know this food didn't even gain any weight, and then you gotta put your jeans on. And oh,
That's what happened to me.
Whoops.
That's what happened. I only have 2 pairs of jeans that fit, and then I tried on some other jeans because they were in the wash, and I was like, oh.
Well, you know, everyone has
Oh.
like a skinny pair
Oh,
and a
That's what I
fat
was gonna
pair.
say. Don't you have
right?
a fat pair?
And when your fat pair is tight, you know you're in big trouble.
My fat part were in the because I try not to have so I'm in the same range, like I don't buy fatter clothes, but you know during COVID also we wear a lot of joggers and yoga pants that stretch, and I had the 2 pairs of jeans, and then they were being washed, so I said okay, well I'm gonna try on my old clothes, and they didn't fit.
So now you're in the
Well,
grind.
they fit,
You
but
know
I
what
had a
I've
giant
learned?
muffin top.
I was really sad about not fitting my clothes, and then I was like, F this. I'm gonna buy bigger clothes. Because I was like squeezing in my jeans, and my jeans were already tight when they fit, and I had like big muffin tops. I was like, I can't do this. It's not that I don't want to be skinny, but in the process of getting there,
Yeah.
I don't want to be in my fat or my skinny pants that are now fat pants.
Yeah. That's a healthy way to look at it. I feel like I need to torture myself because I ate too much, which is
I
terrible.
did that for so long, and I was like, why am I so sad? I'm so sad. Every time I put on, she was like, let's go somewhere. I was like, I want to put on my pants.
Yeah. That's how I felt this morning coming over here. I'm like, oh, God.
Everybody's wearing loose stuff today.
Nothing to see
For
here.
sure.
No, so we didn't dress up today.
No, we
Today
did
we
not.
have to go do soccer outside, so it's going to be cold out there. But any resolution for you?
Well, I already broke mine, so
What was yours?
I was gonna make this year a healthy year for me.
Oh, it's already not.
Brandon bought me Arby's yesterday,
Oh my gosh.
but
Brandon.
it's not. I should say I want this year to be more focused on like my health and
Me
versus
too.
like less what I look like. So more like, you know, can I reduce my portion size? It's always been a big problem I've had is like my portion size because I don't know why I just
To eat?
have always had like
Okay.
massive plates. I want to work on my portion size and not necessarily like cutting everything out because I think that was hard for me. Because I enjoy like, you know, at night when we sit down and we're having a bowl of ice cream together, like that's like one of my favorite times. It's like a time we spend together. So
You can buy ice cream that's like low sugar.
What is it? Kilo?
Keto.
Halo.
kilo.
It's Halo or Hilo.
Yeah,
or...
and it's keto, which
It's
has low sugar.
terrible.
Yeah, I mean, but what I'm
It's
getting at
terrible.
is that my
Oh
resolution
my
wasn't so
God.
much to be like skinny or anything like that. It was just to be healthier and more cognizant of what I'm actually putting in my body,
And then you
and
had
then
Arby's.
working out. Yeah, and then I had Arby's, which is why I was like, but
So
I didn't eat all my food, which is good. I gave Brandon all my food, which was I guess okay. But I mean, it was just it's something that I would like to do. And Nani got us stuff to play tennis. Nani and
We're gonna have tennis lessons.
We just were talking about, do we want to get really good in like 2 weeks and just play every day?
No, we're gonna be at Wimbledon. Remember we said we were gonna go to Wimbledon.
We're gonna show up for our first day of tennis lessons in our skirt. And our skirt with tennis balls shoved up already, so that we look like we belong.
And then he's gonna watch us do our first hit. And he's gonna be like,
when we're
you may look the part, but you got a lot of work to do.
Like, what is that?
I'm gonna say I learned from my mother how to play.
We decided we're gonna be the best 2 players anywhere we're currently standing.
That's right. Well, you don't have any competition with me, so.
I know. I'm gonna ask you to go play with me.
No.
So I look good.
Yeah, you'll look good. But I'll be able to run fast.
Yeah.
Because I'm a runner.
Well, I'll just
I'm not a very good team player.
Yeah.
All right, so what are we talking about? Any real estate today? Is it just...
Did I not get to say my own resolution? Just yours and
sorry.
hers?
Well,
is it just about you two
that's
girls?
Right.
Don't look at me. She's the one who Don't point that at me.
I'm just kidding because I don't even know what I have.
No.
I have a lot of stuff in my head, like resolutions, things that I want to do, like business-wise.
You asked at Christmas what resolutions were, and you didn't spend any time since then.
I have a lot of them, but I don't have like one specific one.
Give us like the top 3.
My top 3 is like you know, making it healthier. I think I need to. I used to go to the gym every single day. Like that was
you can
part
come
of
back to my house.
And I don't want to go to your house.
I like going to the gym, but
she likes going to the gym.
I love going to the gym.
I think I need a trainer.
I got it.
No,
I
you don't.
will do this.
You do crazy stuff when you go to
I
the gym.
have
Like,
stopped.
I like that too.
I have stopped Olympic lifting.
No, I'm not doing that.
I said
it
I
hurts
stopped.
my knees.
I only really do. Actually, the exercises I do recently have been really simple, and they kill you. Yeah, lots of squats, lots of leg exercises.
Yeah, I love it.
You should come work out with me.
I haven't decided where that direction's going to go yet, but it's going to go a direction. I'm going to put some time and effort into it this year. This is going to be my year to put some time and effort to get back to the gym. My knees are so bad that sometimes when I go to the gym, or if I play soccer, the next day I just have such a hard time.
Knees done?
I know. That's going to be my next year's resolution, I think.
Knees.
Then my knees get done next year, not this year. And then real estate, like, getting some stuff under, get this big project that we have started and done. Oh, are we boring?
Wow.
No,
She said your resolution was boring. That's why she wanted to skip it.
And she's like, let's go on with some stuff. Yeah, and, I don't know. Go on more vacations. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, me too. My vacation's over tomorrow, and that makes me really, really sad.
Dad said, you only live once. This is not practice for your next life.
That's good. I heard that.
Hell yeah, Greg Boney.
That was on a book. That was a good book, and I like that philosophy because I do think a lot of people live life like they get a do-over, right? So you go to work every day until you're like 70, and then you, not that that's like the.
Then you do nothing.
Whole part of your life is working, and sometimes it's at a job that you hate. Sometimes you go to a job that you hate.
I don't know what that feels like.
I know what that feels like, and I know that you're there. I know what that feels like. But so we were reading this like self-motivation book or whatever, and it said something like that. Like, people live their life as if you get to do it again, and some people do believe you get to do it again.
But I do have to back up. I am just grateful I have a job. A lot of people don't have a job right now, and so I am very grateful. It's just not the most mentally stimulating position.
Yeah, not over 70 a year. I was just saying that you work till you're 70, not that you're that you're not that 70 is old, but I'm saying that you work 70 years.
70 might be old.
It's not old?
No.
70 is old.
No.
It's not old, actually.
It's really
I shouldn't insult half our viewer base.
And they said that like kids that are born today are going to be living to well over 100. I mean, so 70 is not really that old.
Well, then I'm sure the retirement age we're turning to 85.
No, probably. People work till 85, and then I don't know. I just feel like you should enjoy,
especially the millennials, because they have a giant cohort, and the Gen Xers, which is us, that are going to be like paying for your Social Security.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, that's not the right way to do it.
No, it's the opposite.
Yeah,
we're not going to have any money because you're going to take it all.
But we know because we're small. We have a small cohort, so you don't have to pay for as many people.
You're going to support us.
They said that Social Security will
They
be
said
dead
that-
by the time we get there. Which
They
doesn't
said that.
really surprise
They said that
me.
when we were
They
kids
said that
too.
my whole entire life.
Our whole life, they've said that. So I don't know how true that
Damn
is.
boomers.
Yeah, I'm not a boomer.
All of our people are boomers, so we love you, boomers.
I think the real important part of that is that YOLO. Remember that? Remember that phrase?
Yeah, that's the one I used to
That
teach.
was the stupidest phrase I've ever heard in my life, but it holds some meaning to it.
What is it?
You only live once. You did say yellow. God, you really are.
I really am tired. I swear, I spent 12
Goodness
hours
gracious.
yesterday putting all my Christmas decorations. I cleaned out my garage. It took me from 10:30 in the morning until 10:30.
Can you fit a car in your garage?
I was just
Almost. I just have to get rid of that giant piece of furniture, and then we can get the red car in there, and so that we won't be taking up all the space outside. So yes, but it took all day.
You want to know what I did all day Saturday?
Nothing.
Nothing. I sat on my couch. I never do that. You know I don't. I sat on my couch.
We got our nails done.
I started binge watching this show called Virgin River, and it's like sappy, and I'm crying, and but I'm
All by
sitting there.
yourself.
I was all by myself, sitting on my couch with my dogs, just sitting there watching, and you know what? The thing with Netflix is it doesn't give you a chance to say no.
Yeah.
Because
Because
it
it just keeps going.
ends, and then it says 3, 2, 1, next episode, and then right over.
You didn't watch long enough, which sounds crazy because you think you sat there all day. But at some point, Netflix would be like, "Are you sure you want to keep watching?"
That's only if you don't touch it though.
No.
No.
It
Really?
I have had it where it literally. I guess I don't know if I touched the volume now that I'm thinking about it. But I'm sure you didn't adjust. Did you adjust the volume as you were
I
watching?
don't know.
Or touch
I
the
don't
remote
know.
or whatever.
I don't know. I just
I've
know
definitely
that
hit next episode several times. And
I
it's still
just
done
know
its
that
work.
when one episode would end, the next one would start up within 10 seconds.
It's
Yeah.
5 seconds. It goes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Well,
I like
no,
that.
you got a little bit of a credit, right? I
But
don't know
God
how.
knows if you fall asleep to it, then you wake up and you go, what
You're on
episode?
20.
What episode was I really on? That's all marked, all weird.
Yeah, that's what I did all day yesterday. I'm not yesterday, Saturday.
I did
Yesterday,
was
that. I did
yesterday.
that. I did that Friday.
I mean Friday. That's
you
what
did
I did
that Friday?
I
Me
did that
too.
Friday. I
I
didn't
did
get
that
off the
Friday.
couch on Friday.
Me neither.
I was gonna say I feel like I've had my ugly nails for longer than that.
Ugly
Maybe.
nails.
Look at what they did to them.
Oh.
I asked to get my nails redone,
Yeah.
and they really butchered them. And I was looking for more like this.
Like a normal. Why do they have it?
And I
so-
only got
Well,
my
because
nails.
I had a pink undertone, so they couldn't use like white, like a
Did
normal.
you guys go to the same place that we went to?
Yeah.
I don't like that place.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna
I don't
find a
like
new
them.
place because I was really unhappy with.
I don't
my
like
guy.
Jordan's
I like the guy that
nails.
did her nails, but not
He
the guy
did a
that
good
did
job.
my nails.
Yeah, he did a good
He's
job.
the one that did my nails the first time, and they were really pretty. But these were awful, and we were arguing over my nails while he was doing. It was just not a good. It was not a good look.
No, that is ugly. And I mean, I don't usually say that. I'm honest.
So to conclude today's show,
I'm sorry. You have beautiful nails usually. Those are just not it.
can we pause this? We hit 7.
Okay. We didn't even talk about anything that I was going to talk about.
Alright.
So rude. I would just like to say,
Show 'em.
for anyone who can't see my nails,
Show 'em.
um,
It's like a weird peachy.
it's a peach color, but they didn't even draw the white high enough where it looked like it could pass for French nails. It's like it's like I don't know, like maybe a quarter of an inch of white. It looks really stupid. Not that I need Jenna to tell me that, but
It does.
I'm sorry.
I'm not sure what's so funny.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Show. Look, I mean,
What
they
do
look
you
better
want me
than
to do? I
mine.
can only reach so
They
far.
look better than mine. Mine are like nothing. They're all jagged. And...
Oh, crap.
Well, so I've been asked. Don't quit looking at my nails. Now I'm gonna sit like this. Mom, the reason that she got her nails done, so I've been asking. She gets her toenails done, no matter what time of the year it is. She likes to get her toenails done, probably because they rub her feet.
Yeah.
So Brandon for Christmas got us like these coupons, and I was like, "Hey, you want to go to the nail salon?" And when we got there, she never gets her fingernails done. She was like, "I'm gonna get my fingernails done today too," and I was like, "Okay, why?" And she was like, I was pointing to a sheep the other day, and I had ragged, like, jagged fingernails. And it was really embarrassing. So then...
Because what my style is, like, if there's a house that needs work, I'll go work on it, right? So I don't normally have long nails, because if we need to... What were we doing yesterday morning? We went to go put caulking on a window, right? There's...
How old are you?
Mentally?
Yes. Yeah. So we had to go caulk this window. So when I go there, like, you're messy and, you know, you're sticking your nails and stuff. So I never, and these will start to bother me after like a couple weeks. They grow out a little bit. I'm like, take it off. So I don't normally get them. But the other day I was at a listing appointment and it was with somebody that I didn't know. And I'm going through the contract with him and I'm pointing to, like, you know, what does this mean? What does this mean? And I look at my fingernail and it literally looks like I jagged. Like I purposely did this to. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's
she
so
probably like
embarrassing.
broke a nail at some point.
I hope that you didn't scratch yourself with that.
I know, that was so embarrassing, and I was like, oh my gosh, I guess if I'm.
So then she found a point with a different finger and was like, oh.
Yeah, they're all bad. Then they got like paint on them, and you know, you're just out working, and they were working.
Dirt on my nails.
So this tells me that I shouldn't be working. I need to not go out there and paint. Have somebody else do that. Have somebody else do the paint or whatever. Blah blah blah. Anyway, I thought today. I know this is. We're already long. I didn't even talk about anything that I want to talk about.
5 minutes late. So
okay,
calm down.
I wanted to. I was listening to a real estate podcast that my broker gave me this past weekend. It's funny. It was talking about some things. It was talking about real estate agents and so forth, and you know how they are how they get started in the business, and you kind of find your niche or whatever it is, niche. And that, you know, it was referencing this one, I think it was a guy that went out and was talking about multifamily, and I was like, that's so funny, because we as investors are always looking for multifamily because they pay really well, but we don't really promote that as real estate agents to say, hey, you know what, you should look, like, counsel you, like, hey, if you're looking for something like a multifamily property, it's a very good investment. If you think about it, if you get a duplex, right, the mortgage is, you know, $3,000, and you can get someone to pay, you know, $1,500 for one half of the duplex, then half of your mortgage is paid, right? If you can get a fourplex,
right,
and you're living in one of them, like those other
your
three,
whole mortgage will probably be paid
plus some money in your pocket. So I was thinking, I was like, it's really funny because I don't really, when people a lot of times will come and talk to me about buying and selling houses, but it's like one house, like a buy one house,
single family
home. But and a lot of kids these days, the younger generation are now like thinking about like renting out their stuff. So I've sold a bunch of houses where it's to like a millennial, where that millennial will then turn around and rent out their basement, you know, trying to get their mortgage to be paid for. And
or if you have elderly parents like we do, the whole basement, you know?
Well, that's different unless you're going to charge your parents, right? Unless you're going to charge your parents money to help pay for the mortgage.
Greg Bunny wants to move to Suffolk.
I know Suffolk. Suffolk is the property that we bought as a fourplex. That was our first investment property, and we didn't know anything about it. That was the one that was falling in. We put a lot of money into it.
Carpet and paint.
Carpet and paint is all it needed, but it did turn out needing a lot of extra things. And it turns out that there was a duplex on there that we didn't know about. So we bought the fourplex and a duplex. It was buy four get two free. That's what it was.
Did not work in our benefit at the time.
At the time, it was really expensive, and it's been challenging to try to get that thing financed. But at the end of the day, it more than pays for the mortgage.
Yeah.
So if everybody's paying their rent and all of the units are rented, it does well. And so if you are interested in chatting about this a little bit more, I mean, we certainly it's a space that we work in. As investors, we don't necessarily live in that, but as investors, we definitely would be interested in helping you out. We have some ideas of, you know, places to go. In Stafford, they don't have any duplexes, from what I understand.
We would really love to get rid of all of our single family, most of our single families, and move into duplexes and fourplexes and plus that.
Just because if you think about like the maintenance of those properties, it's easier to replace one roof for 4 units than it is to replace 4 roofs for 4 individual units.
Not to mention, each property has its own mortgage, right? So let's say I have 4 tenants and one of them's not paying for whatever reason. The other 3 typically will cover it, so we don't have to come out of pocket, because when a tenant stops paying, that's the part that hurts, is that we're using some funds that we have saved away or whatever it is to pay for the mortgage, versus in a, if we have a multifamily, the other 3 probably will cover most, if not all, of that property, which makes it a really great property.
Yeah.
Property. So that's another nice thing about having, if you're thinking about buying, thinking about getting that, it's another.
Yeah, and it's something that we can definitely discuss with you. Like we can put it in. You can, on the MLS, you can actually put in, you want to just look at multifamilies, and it just sort of, excuse me, made me think about it the other day as I was listening to this podcast. I was sitting in front of a house waiting for an inspector to come, and I was just sitting in my car listening to it, and I didn't have any notes to take, so I'm like, I had this like paper in there that I had for the inspector, and I'm on the back, I'm like taking notes on this podcast. It was like really good, had a lot of good information about it, but it really did start making me think that it is a space that we don't necessarily advertise that we have experience in, but we do. We own a couple of duplexes, we own a 6-plex, and we have experience within that space and understand what those numbers are. So I just thought I'd bring it up that if people are interested in and talking about how to make money and live in the place.
And also the project that we're working on in Baltimore next to Franco will be a
duplex. Yeah. So we're taking a single family home and creating it into a duplex for that same reason. For that reason that the duplex, the double rent is better than just you can get more if you're renting out each unit than if you're just renting out the whole house. So the whole house might have gotten us. And
that mortgage is the same with where Franco lives, right?
Yeah.
That's a great property.
It's Franco. Yeah. So that was initially was not a good buy, but has turned out to be a good buy, because initially all those units needed. We bought a cluster of houses, and they were single family townhomes, but they were individual, right? So we bought them in a cluster of 5. I didn't know you could do that.
Where's the other 3?
There's 3 right there. On that
I
same
forgot.
property.
You own that one that the people still live in?
Yeah, there's 3 right there, and then there's 2 like separate ones that were bought in a cluster of 5, which I didn't ever know you could do that. Like that was a learning curve for me. And there's a lot of people that advertise that. Some people will sell like 100 of their units, like they're just trying to get out of the rental business. So you can buy like 100 of them. I'm like,
like the guy in Outer Banks.
Yeah.
Another thing you can do with your property is, she kind of touched on it. You can rent your basement out, and that's a great option when you're looking. If you just want to buy a house, if you want some land, whatever you want, you can buy a house with a basement. And tons of people convert their basements into livable space. You can put a little kitchen down there. There's bedrooms down there. Technically, it has to have a window in the bedroom that meets certain dimensions in order for it to be qualified as a bedroom. But I have a bedroom in my basement that, although it's not considered a basement, a bedroom could be used as a bedroom quite easily.
We do too.
Yeah, so I think that there's a lot of options if you're interested in learning about how to go about that. Highly recommend screening people who are going to move into your space. But we'd love to talk to you about it. It's a fun conversation because it's a nice way to bring in extra money in space that you probably won't use. Most people probably don't use their basement for anything other than storage, which you could put elsewhere with a little bit of effort, right? You could put the hanging things in your garage if your husband will put them up for you.
Storage unit outside.
On that.
If you have a shed, if your house comes with a shed, or if you want to buy a shed, those are all great options. So tons of options to talk about. But I think it's probably time we close out our.
Yeah. All right. It's not a long one. Anyway, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
We'll
see you next week.
See you next week. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.